From the heart of Wayne County, this is Wayne Goldsboro Television, Goldsboro, North Carolina. Today is Wednesday. It is the 11th of May, May 11th, 2016, and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And I hope your day is going well so far. Well, what weather we have had.
Well, yes, sir.
Well, yeah. Wow, in the 80s, sunshine, nice and all that. Now, we may get a little rain tomorrow afternoon. We'll see. But we've enjoyed these 3 days.
Sure have.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure. Hot. Well, no, I won't say that. I won't say that.
It's
Won't
good.
say that. Yeah, it was good.
Give
All
us a little bit long. In a few more weeks, we'll be going hot outside.
Well, yeah, it will be. It will be. In fact, summer gets here June 21. Okay, 21st of June will be the longest daylight day of the year. There's more daylight that day than any other day.
Any other day of the year.
That's right. Now, we talked about that yesterday. Voter ID this November as you vote, and I do hope you do. This November, as you vote, you'll need a picture ID with you. We'll tell you more about that later on, about what you can use. You can use not only your driver's license, but there's other things. Downtown fun. Look at this. Can you read that?
I can. You know, and I'll say it was hard for Wayne to read because there's so much on here.
There's a lot on there.
Which is awesome.
It is awesome.
A lot of great things going on downtown. What's the date today?
Today's the 11th.
The 11th.
Mm-hmm.
So coming up next week on the 19th, the Embers are going to be in downtown Goldsboro.
Rock and roll.
So Center Street Jams is well underway. Unfortunately, last week with the weather, they've had to postpone the Malpas Brothers, the very talented Malpas Brothers.
You know, we had Chris in here too that same day, and we were wondering, but we didn't talk about it on TV. But
well, because it was kind of in the 11th hour that it was like, you know, what's the best call, and that's always a tough call for the DGDC and the city to make because with it being in eastern North Carolina, we all know how this works. Sometimes it'll say we're going to have clear skies and then the bottom falls out. Last week it was one of those situations where the radar just did not look promising.
Right. But it's been rescheduled.
For in August, and you'll hear more about that. And you can go on to the DGDC and City of Goldsboro Facebook page and webpage for more information. Beak Week is coming up, and it's not until September, but I want to go ahead and get that on y'all's radar. Beak Week this will be the 3rd annual Beak Week celebration, a poultry festival, so to speak. Right. And the first year there was a good turnout. The second year there was a bigger turnout. This year we're expecting a record year. So lots of great events going on downtown. This little card is provided by the DGDC, and you can find more online, and if you want one mailed to you, you can reach out to DGDC, and they'll put one in the mail for you.
You know, getting married is very popular.
What kind of transition was that?
Just throw it out there. You know, getting married is very popular, and people like to see wedding dresses and wedding apparel and all kinds of, you know, and cake and things, you know, like what kind of cans are best to put on the back of the cars the bride and the groom are driving away. Do they still do that?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know what I've seen a lot of lately? Horses and carriages.
Horses?
Horse-drawn carriages.
Oh.
I've seen that at several weddings that I've been to. It's beautiful.
They don't go fast enough for the cans to make a lot of noise, though.
We had cans attached to the back of my old Toyota Avalon that I was driving.
Really?
Yes.
All
and
right.
lots of, you know, stuff and birdseed.
Oh, birdseed, yeah.
On top of the stuff.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I tried birdseed. In fact, I planted some birdseed once.
What?
No birds came up at all. I don't know what happened. I must have not planted it right.
They had like some kind of like
shaving cream.
Was it shaving cream?
It can be shaving cream, yeah.
For like a year and a half. Like every once in a while I'd find, it was awful. It was awful.
Oh.
It was awful.
It might have been paint.
It was awful.
It
there
could
would
have
be bird seed everywhere. But yes, there were some cans behind our car. Yep. There were.
They used to use shoes too, old shoes.
Shoes?
Yeah.
Why shoes?
Way back, I don't know. It's symbolic, something. I don't know. It's really smelly too. Anyway, the point is, here's the point. Here's what we're getting at here. There's a display at the Wayne County Museum. It's all about wedding and fashion of weddings, that sort of thing. And it's going on right now through June, through the month of June. And you are invited to go take a look at it. If you're a fan of antiques, if you're a fan of interesting things like wedding apparel and that sort of thing, then they've got everything over at the Wayne County Museum, 116 North William Street in Goldsboro. And you need to go by and take a look at this. Plus, they've got a brand new exhibit of firepower weapons used from the Civil War at the Aversboro battlefield. Have been donated to the Wayne County Museum. And it is an enormous collection of weaponry. So you need to go
weaponry.
Yes.
Now, does it have the times of it does not, of the museum?
Museum is open from 11 until 4,
Thank
Tuesday
you.
through Saturday.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 4.
So, you know, on the weekends, you want to talk about a fun place to go.
Yeah.
And take a tour and see what's new on exhibit, see their gift store. But what a fine exhibit that they brought with this, you know, weddings from the 1800s
Yeah.
to the 2000s.
1800s weddings.
Yeah.
Wow, that goes back a ways. Anyway, that's there, 116 North William Street. We're going to go to our break. When we come back, we'll have a look at birthdays. We'll have a look at trivia questions and stuff. We'll be back. Our guest today is Mr. Chris Lawson, and Chris is the interim director of the Wayne County Museum.
There you go.
Hey, man.
Hey, Wayne.
How you doing?
I'm good, Wayne. Always a pleasure coming
116 North William Street.
That's correct.
Is that it?
That's
okay.
it.
116 North William is where you'll find our Wayne County Museum. And it's a fascinating place. And I tell you, you guys keep adding things all the time.
We do,
You've got a
Wayne.
lot of new stuff in there.
Yeah, we got, well, I don't know if I mentioned last time, we got a big collection that Andy Anderson gave from Aversboro. It's incredible.
The Aversboro battle. Now,
Yeah.
that preceded Bentonville, right?
Yes, by a month.
By about a
yeah,
month. Okay,
yeah.
so immediately prior to Bentonville, the battle was fierce in Aversboro.
It was very fierce. General Hardee from the Confederacy and Sherman was there. It was a very big battle. And for some reason, it's not talked a lot about, and I feel like it should be, because it's as important as Bentonville is.
Well, it's a beautiful battlefield.
It is beautiful.
And there's a lot going on there, and they explain it well, and there's a great place where they house all the memorabilia and the artifacts.
Oh, it's
they're at the battleground.
Yeah, and that was, for me, that was the first place I saw my first reenactment that had the horse.
Oh, really?
It had horses in it, in the reenactment, which was very interesting.
Now that, for those who are not familiar with Aversboro, it's near Dunn?
Yeah, near Dunn, on the
Dunn.
outskirts.
Yeah.
And the other nice museum over near Dunn is the William C. Lee Museum, the Airborne. That's very
yes,
nice.
yes.
But it's
Oh,
not.
yes.
But it's on that same road past the William C. Lee Museum, in the outskirts of Dunn.
Yeah. But now let's talk about the Wayne County Museum right now.
All right, sure, definitely, Wayne.
And thanks to Andy Anderson, he brought in some unbelievable, is the only way to describe it.
Oh yeah,
artifacts.
Artifacts. It's amazing what they recovered from the family. Yeah.
If you're a history buff, if you're an artifact buff, if you enjoy old weapons, and we're talking from the 1800s and some even earlier.
Oh yeah, and some of those weapons, I was told by Andy, some of that weapon was made in Germany and Switzerland, which is very interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
So you know that's good stuff.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the neatest things, Wayne, on some of the old muskets is you can actually see the carvings of boars on there, wild boars, which is very interesting.
On the stock, on the wooden
on
stock.
The stock. And you know, people don't realize that even on the weaponry, the artwork that they did, which I think is very, very creative.
A lot of ornate carvings and such as that.
But it's beautiful. If you haven't seen it, please come by and check it out.
Yeah,
So,
you
but we're
gotta
very
see
thankful for Andy and for the family, the Hamilton family.
The Hamilton family owned all these items.
Yeah, and they actually, one of the, it was where the battle took place. The family actually saw the battle, which is kind of similar to the Battle of Manassas or Bull Run with the same family in Virginia. They watched the same battle, which is very fascinating.
That's a very interesting point that you just made. because during the Civil War, if there was anticipation of a battle, people would line up like it was a sporting event.
Exactly.
On the sides of the mountains or on the sides of the hills or nearby and watch the battle. It was, and somebody was selling popcorn on the side and peanuts.
Peanuts,
and,
yeah.
You know, stuff like, not really.
No, more take me out to the ball game. Yeah.
But it was a sporting, almost like a sporting event.
It was, and in fact, people like Matthew Brady, who were famous photographers, and there was, I think, Leslie. These were people writing, doing photographs and doing. It's amazing, and it was a sporting event.
It
I
was.
mean, even in that series that Ken Burns did, Civil War, he had mentioned that quite often. People would go there.
Would go and watch.
Yeah.
And amazing.
It is.
Yeah, just amazing. Speaking of Ken Burns,
Yeah.
not Ken Burns, I'm sorry, Matthew Brady.
Matthew Brady.
He had a photography company. He wasn't the only one taking those photographs. He had actually several people working with him who also were photographers. He got credit for all of them, though.
Oh,
yeah. Anyway, that's another story. We won't go there, yeah. But wow, Wayne County Museum is a fantastic place, and I hope you're able to go and just walk through. It's amazing. You could spend hours in there.
Oh, you could. You could
Yeah.
spend hours and days there.
Yes,
So.
that you certainly could. Bring a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
No.
No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we have something coming up that is of great interest
Yeah.
to many.
I wanted
Can you
to-
read that right there? That says Notorious Wayne
yeah.
County Murder.
Yeah, these are very interesting. This is we have 2 sessions going on, Wayne.
Yeah.
First one is Thursday night, May 19th. We have our very own Sherwood Williford, who's an author, great man, and writes the wonderful column on the Sunday paper.
He
the
does.
News
I love
Argus.
Sherwood Williford. He's quite the wordsmith.
Yeah,
He
so
is.
that's going to be, the first one will be Thursday night, May 19th at 7 p.m. And then the second one will be June 13th with another resident, Mr. David Wheel. And they'll both be 7 p.m. that night. And the sessions are free or open to the public, so if anybody has any questions about them, they can call the museum at area code 919-734-5023. They can email me at chris@waynemuseum.org, or they can also email info@waynemuseum.org.
info@waynemuseum.org or Chris
Right.
at waynemuseum.org. Now you said May 19th. That's when Sherwood's going to be speaking.
Yes.
Now
that's
what are they going to be talking about?
They're going to be talking about famous murders that took place a century ago in Wayne County, and it's very interesting. Some of the stories we're going to find out. So I think I was going to say, for those of you who want to know more about it, please attend.
That's right.
And you can hear
And you'll learn
everything
more.
about it.
That's,
Yeah.
that's right.
So.
And then on June 13th, our friend David Wheel will be presenting a murder mystery story.
That's right.
It's not a mystery, though. We know who did it, right?
Well,
Do we know?
We might not know. There's a possibility there might be a couple of cold cases.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, those
so
are always
those
interesting.
are always interesting.
Yeah.
That was a very nice show, I remember, on CBS.
I remember that, too, yeah.
So for
Let's
any,
focus.
Yeah, we'll focus. That's right. No, so
need-
those are those. But I also wanted to mention, we're very excited. We have our next exhibit is the wedding fashions through the ages.
You
know-
sent me an email about that.
Yeah. and
What's that all about?
Well, you know, what is it? May and June is the month of weddings.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, and I mean, people have weddings all the time.
I've heard about
But
that.
so we are going to do a whole exhibit from 1910 to 2000 of the century of weddings, and
Really?
how they've changed. And you know, some of those things that were in the past, they're coming back.
Are they really?
They're becoming popular again. Certain things.
Really?
Yeah. So you know, you have we have wedding dresses, we have the wedding shoes, we have photographs. We have quite a bit of it. It's really interesting. We had a really good turnout, and the community has been very gracious in loaning lots of beautiful wedding dresses.
So you have
and
wedding gowns and
wedding-
dresses?
Yeah, and it's beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's running through May till the end of June.
Okay.
And
Oh, that's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be going on from the end of May,
yeah, through May till the end of June.
May through the end of June. So it's going on now.
Yeah, and it's really
Okay.
good. So please come by and take a look at it. It's really, really, really interesting.
That is interesting. That is interesting. So some of the old traditions are coming back.
Some of those old traditions are coming back, which I think is cool.
Well, you know.
I mean, things that come back, they come around. You know, they come,
We are a very cyclical,
yeah.
not sick,
The
cyclical
cyclical society.
society. Yeah. Things always, wide ties will come back one day.
Yeah.
This wide.
Why? Yeah, that's right. So very good.
I know Argyle socks are already back. They've been back for a while.
Oh wow.
Yeah, how about that?
That's
Yeah,
neat.
patterned socks and all that. Yeah.
And then also we got a lot. I want to talk about the gift shop. We got so many new things there. And
You got any Argyle socks in there?
We should get some. Yeah.
No, you don't have.
No, we don't. But we
Okay.
have a lot of things. We got books, we have CDs, we have DVDs, we have lotions and potions and
Notions.
notions, yeah.
Notions and lotions
Books,
and potions.
So we have a lot of variety of things for any kind of person.
Now,
any kind of
I've
gift.
been in the gift shop, and
Yes.
it is an interesting place.
Yes, it is,
You have
Wayne.
lots of stuff in
It
there.
is.
And if you're looking for a gift, this is a great place to get a unique gift.
Yeah, gift.
Yeah.
And of course, the whole push for even shopping local, that's good too. So
Yeah.
So that's good. So shop local.
It's all right here in Wayne County, and especially at the Wayne County Museum, 116 North William Street. You're near the post office downtown.
That's right.
Kind
Had to
of.
walk away from the courthouse.
And a walk away from the courthouse. You walk over here today?
I did.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, so I did my go Wayne won't go.
Go, Wayne, go. No, that's only a half a mile.
That's half a mile. Yeah.
It's not very far, Chris. You're going to have to do better than that.
Yeah.
All right, look. Museum, 116 North William Street. What's that phone number?
It's area code 919-734-5023. And we are on the World Wide Web. Does anybody say that anymore?
I don't think anybody says that anymore.
Yeah, www.waynemuseum.org. And then we're on Facebook, so find us on Facebook. Like us and comment us. And we also have a Flickr page, so we have all those pictures I might have talked about, Wayne, that we have on there. If people want to identify them, they can let us know through Flickr, and we will archive that.
You have photographs.
We have old photographs, black and white photographs that we've had in our museum for years, and we have things on there. We've had labels, but we have other pictures we don't know. And if the public out there is watching and they go to our Flickr page and let's say they know about a certain picture, they can let us know. We will jot that information down and we will make sure to post it on the Flickr. So
That is great.
Yeah.
That is great. You may even have a family member on there.
Exactly,
And that's
yeah.
what we're looking for here, right?
So yeah, so please check it out.
Okay, Chris, give us that website again, www whatever.
www.waynemuseum.org.
Okay? WayneMuseum.org.
And
And
then-
is there a link on there to the Flickr page?
There should be a link on the Flickr page.
Okay.
And we have a Facebook logo too on the website as well.
Okay, so on the website you can get to the Facebook page and to the Flickr page.
That's correct.
Fantastic. All right, our guest has been, what was your name? Chris
Christopher-
Lawson.
Chris Lawson.
Christopher Lawson.
And you're
He's-
Wayne Alley, right?
that last time I checked, yeah. And Chris is the interim director of the Wayne County Museum, and buddy, we appreciate you being in here.
Always a pleasure, Wayne.
Pleasure's
Enjoy
mine.
it.
Great job, thank
Thank you.
And we are back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. This is Wednesday, the 11th of the month of May. Had to think for a minute there, right? It's going by so quickly.
is going
Can't
by
keep
so
up.
fast.
Can't keep up. I believe it's April 12th and May 20th are the two dates on the North Carolina state flag.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, I think May 20th and April 12th. April 12th was the date of the Halifax Resolves.
You're right.
And the second, I think May 20th, was the Mecklenburg. It was our It was our declaration. That was our declaration. You know, the state of North Carolina declared a Declaration of Independence before the U.S. did. Well, of course, there wasn't a U.S. then. Before the rest of the country did. Well, we weren't a country either. Before the rest of the colonies did. Put it that way. We declared a Declaration of Independence through the Mecklenburg document, May 20th.
May 20th.
1776, yeah.
I'm gonna
I
do my
believe that's
homework.
right. I believe
I
that's
think you're right.
May 20th. Anyway, check that out. Halifax Resolves did about the same thing a month earlier. Okay, here's today's trivia question. The category is St. Valentine's Day,
Okay.
which is usually in February.
Yeah,
And I think this year it was on the 14th.
I think so.
Okay. Okay, here's the question. What winged Roman god is commonly associated with Valentine's Day? You got that? Okay, she's got it. And I would hope most people do, but he is a, did I say he?
You did.
Okay. This is a winged Roman god, commonly associated with Valentine's Day. The name of this winged Roman god. That's the trivia question, okay?
Okay.
A couple of birthdays for you very quickly. Frances Fisher is an actress, a very talented. She's 64 today. Tim Blake Nelson, actor, 52. And Jeffrey Donovan, also act. He is 48 today. There you go. Happy, happy.
Happy, happy.
Happy, happy,
Happy,
everything.
happy.
All right.
Happy, happy. Last week was the Women's Day build for Habitat for Humanity.
Yes.
I know the executive director, Matthew Whittle, has been in leading up to it, talking about it.
Yep.
And I was super pleased to be able to be a part of the Wednesday, was it Wednesday build? Thursday build. They did it Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They had a goal to bring in at least 50 women. I know they met their goal. We'll have to hear from Matthew how many actually came in, but you want to talk about a great experience. I'm not going to tell a story. I'll be very serious right now. I pulled up to the job site of this home that's being built for Habitat for Humanity.
Let me get comfortable here.
And I was nervous.
Were you really?
I was nervous. It was quite, the feeling that I was putting on myself was quite intimidating, because had the walls been up and the roof, I would have gone in and painted and felt very comfortable. That's what I've done in my home, you know.
Right.
But
What
to
was there?
see, there was the foundation was there.
That's it.
And they made the announcement, you know, you ladies are going to help with the floor joist. And I'm like, who's Joyce? Where's she? So it was quite intimidating. And
Why is she on the floor?
Why is she on the floor?
Floor joist.
It was absolutely one of the greatest experiences. It's one of those things where people say, once you do it, you'll be glad you did it. It's kind of like going to the gym. Like, you know, I don't know. I'm intimidated. I don't want to go. And I was able to be there from 8 till 12 before I had to go back to my office. And it was wonderful. It was a great experience. I learned a lot of stuff. It was really neat to be with the family who will have that home. I mean, these families are putting in sweat equity in this. They're putting in sweat equity. And to be surrounded by women and men who are dedicating their time. I was dedicating my time. I don't have any talents. There were other people there that truly have incredible talents. It was just, I don't know, it was pretty amazing.
It's
and
fun,
I will
though.
definitely be doing it again. And I would encourage you, if you're able to, get out there and get your hands dirty to do it. If you're not, but you believe in what they're doing, that they'll accept donations. It was good. And Matt Whittle's doing incredible things with that organization. And it was, on top of it, it was pouring down rain for part of it. And guess who didn't complain?
Who?
None of us.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
it's
that's
just
wonderful.
water.
That's right.
You know, like, we got this. So it was good. It was good.
Well, that's right. I'm really excited about that. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And you know, for Habitat for Humanity, anyone can volunteer to help build a home.
That's right.
Anyone can.
That's right.
All right. And we'll talk more about that a little later on, because we have to get back to our interviews
do.
here, and we'll be back.
Wait. Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1. Today we welcome back to the studio Mr. DJ Coles. Hey, buddy.
Hey, brother Wayne, how are you?
I'm doing great. Hope you are.
Oh, doing great, doing great.
You're back today to tell us about something called the 4-day movement. Now,
Yes.
what is the 4-day movement?
Whenever anybody asks me that question, my first statement is it's a divine assignment. It's an assignment that was given to me over 3 years ago, and it's an assignment to help those that are in need, 4 days at a time, here in our country, in America.
4 days at a time.
Yes.
Here in America, we have a tendency to help people overseas before we help our own. And I don't know how that works, but it just seems to be the case.
Yes.
Is that pretty much on target?
I've seen that, yes.
Yeah. So we're trying to help those who need help locally, help
Yes.
our own folks out here. So give me an idea of how you're doing this.
Our primary focus here in Wayne County, Goldsboro, North Carolina area, my home for the last 20 plus years through the military.
Right.
We have never looked for a case, which is very interesting. Those cases have found us either through word of mouth or on Facebook, but we are helping those that are falling through the cracks of life all throughout this county. We don't blare about it. Even this morning is just an opportunity for us just to speak a little bit about it, but we do hands-on helping those that are falling through the cracks. And when I say hands-on, we give a hand up, not a hand out. We really are trying to work on the totality of the person. So if they are homeless right now, we want to know why. And we want to know every piece of their life that we can hopefully help rehabilitate, to help them not be homeless any longer. So we look at the personal life, emotional life, spiritual life, and their financial, how they take care of their budget if there is one. We look at their employment, we look at their education, and we look at the totality of their family if there's one involved.
It could happen to anybody.
It really could.
It could happen to anybody. And I got to share this with you. I was watching TV the other day, which I rarely do anyway, but that's beside the point. Watching TV, and I saw a story about a doctor in the Raleigh-Durham area who is on the verge of losing not only his practice but his home. He's got 4 kids and everything because of a mix-up somewhere in the, just a mix-up in the way his insurance is being handled. And he depends on that insurance to pay the bills, to keep his house going, to buy food for the kids. A doctor now, and he is at that close to losing everything. Now, it can happen to anyone.
Anybody.
Anybody can end up homeless.
We find that there are a lot of families that are living one paycheck away from having their lights turned off, their water turned off, not being able to eat. And we see that on a daily basis here in our county. So I'm really honored that this organization is able to address it. And we don't do it by ourselves. We partner with other organizations here in the community. Like, for instance, we had a family that had were burned out of their home. It was so exciting to work with about 5 different organizations. We were boots on the ground to help with everything from clothing to food to lodging to everything that that family needed, just so they could function not in a chaotic state, but give them some comfort. And that's what we're called to do.
Just about what it takes. You have to work with other groups because the more you have working together, the more synergy there is and the bigger things you can do.
That's exactly right. There's a lot of great organizations doing great things. And I really pray that 4-Day Movement will be able to bring all these organizations, will come together. Yeah, not fragmented. I mean, we all have to do this together. We have a mission to take care of one another and provide for one another. Let's do it together.
All right, DJ, tell me, where does the money come from? How are you funded?
Such a great question. All of our funding to this point has been by donations. Private donors that have seen, gone to our webpage, hit the donate button, which is a great thing to have. We've had people just write us checks. We've had people send us letters saying thank you for what you do and send us a donation. We're wanting to expand that. We're in the forefront right now of a capital campaign. So we're at the point, we're growing, we're past our infrastructure. I mean, the needs are coming in just very, very, very quickly and from afar. I mean, we've actually helped some people as far as Mecklenburg County out in Charlotte.
Really?
And we've gotten phone calls as far as Illinois.
Really?
For people that needed help that have seen 4-Day either on our Facebook page or through a family or through word of mouth. But we're going to take care of home first. So right now, we're in a fundraising campaign right now, if I may.
Sure.
This is Baby Jug.
Baby Jug.
This is Baby Jug.
All right. Hey, Baby Jug.
Hey, Baby Jug is located in different spots throughout Wayne County.
Okay.
And all we're doing is collecting change for community change. Isn't that
Collecting,
kind of snazzy?
yeah, collecting change for community change.
That's it.
I got it.
Yeah, we started it back in April, and it's going to run through May the 28th. So you'll see these jugs in different locations throughout Wayne County.
Well, you just open it up and...
That's it. Well, all we ask for people to do is just throw a couple pennies in there if they have. Oh, well, look at there.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
Wow.
Yeah, about $1
Help with
there.
the jug. That's
Well,
awesome.
Hey, Baby Jug needs help, right?
Baby Jug does
there
need
you
help.
go.
And our primary focus for this is right now we are working for soft landing housing for displaced moms or displaced single family run homes.
What does that mean, soft landing housing?
We are looking for housing, to purchase housing where a family is about to be displaced from their home, and the soft landing housing is a place where they can stay for 30, 60, 90 days.
I see.
Up to a year.
Really?
Until they have life rehabilitation.
So this is not a permanent residence, it's just
no.
something to get them over the hump.
And get them on their way to their permanent residence. And I use the term life rehabilitation because a lot of people have been through stuff. I mean,
yeah.
a lot of people, some people look at those that are going through hard times or that are poverty stricken and think that they don't do anything or that they're lazy. And when you get to truly meet these persons, you find people that are broken from loss. They've lost a loved one that it just broke them, or they lost a child, or they lost their job, or they've just been down on their luck and they are constantly in survival mode. But the only way we know that is by developing a relationship. We don't just give them $100 and run. We help them where their need is, and we invest time in getting to know who they are and what their need is. And sometimes if you feed them, you can feed them. Yeah.
Sometimes if you feed them, you can feed them.
You can feed them.
I got it.
Yeah.
these people, through many of them, now some of them, yes, some of them made poor choices, got to that fork in the road and went in the wrong direction. And others, however, they couldn't help what happened.
Life.
It happens
Yes.
to so many people.
Yeah.
You hear all kinds of stories. So these are all over the county, these baby jugs.
And we're continuing to spread them. We have about 17 days, so we'll put them in a couple other places. And all we want you to do, you can put dollar bills in it, you can put checks in it, quarters, nickels, dimes, 50-cent pieces to be fine. But whatever you want to put in baby jug, it will go towards helping our families and helping us secure these houses that we're wanting to get.
Okay, now I hope eventually you're going to be planning on working on getting some grants, I would hope.
We are.
Okay,
We're looking at foundational grants right now and corporate sponsoring. We have a corporate sponsorship program that we're working on as well. The thing about being a young nonprofit is we want to build this infrastructure correctly. So it's a good thing that we have the cases to show and the clients that we've worked with and the outcomes. We're definitely every day gathering data because everybody wants to have that data.
Got to have that.
Got to
to show,
have that
to
data.
show what you're doing.
That's it. But we're going to be the hands and feet, boots on the ground in this community to help those that are just falling through over and over again.
What do we do? What do we do to help support your organization?
Thank you for saying that. You can go to our website, first of all. That's www.4daymovement.org.
4daymovement.org.
Or you can friend us, like our Facebook page, and we communicate quite often with different persons on that page. You can either help financially, you can help as a volunteer. We always need volunteers because we actually help our local domestic violence victims move into their homes. And a lot of times they move into their homes and they have no furniture. So we always need help with volunteers helping us get the furniture into the homes. You can help us if you have extra beds or extra couches or extra dining room sets that you don't want any longer because those can go into those homes. And a lot of times those persons have children. So any kind of furniture or bedding goes a long, long way. And last but not least, how you can help is pray for us. And I'm very careful with that, I know, but those go a long way. They really do, because we face a lot of stuff on a daily basis, and I want our volunteer base to grow, so we need you volunteers, and I look forward to our staffing so we can have more hands out there helping those that are in need.
The number 4daymovement.org.
.org, yes.
And we have been talking with Mr. DJ Coles. Man, I appreciate you coming in so much.
Thank
you
you
come
for
in
the
one
time.
more time, I'm going to ask you to sing.
Hey, I'll have to do that soon. I'd love to do
Okay.
that. Thank you, Wayne.
By the way, this gentleman is an entertainer as well, and quite the singer and a very talented man. And I hope record sales are going well for you. And we'll talk about that sometime.
That'd be cool.
Okay,
Thank
very
you,
good.
Wayne. You're always good to us.
Mr. DJ Coles of the 4-Day Movement. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
We're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television on this Wednesday, the 11th of the month of May. And let's see what else we have here. I thought that was a good story, what you were saying about the Habitat for Humanity, the women bill a little while ago. That's great.
And
That
they
is
do,
great.
they're always looking for volunteers, but they do, like they had done a CEO build and they did a woman's build. They'll do these more category type pulling in volunteers, and the whole point is to engage more people. There's a pull, a draw, so it was great. It was great.
And like you said, you don't have to know how to hold a hammer or use a saw or anything like that. Anybody can do this. Anybody can. And for people who know how to use a hammer and use a saw, then they put those people on hammers and saws.
That's right.
And what did you do?
Hammer.
Did you really?
He was teaching us beforehand. He was like, go like this,
Yeah.
go like this, go like this. And he was like, that's how you're going to do it. And he was like, or your wrist is going to hurt. And I was like, my wrist isn't going to hurt. So we have our little Lowe's aprons and
Right.
stuffed a bunch of nails in there. And when we were working on the floor joist, I mean, after a while, I was like, my wrist's going to hurt. And the guy said, are you doing it like that? And I was like, no, because you get in these awkward positions. It's not like you're standing up, you know, like this. But yes, I was a hammer and nail girl.
So you were helping to install the
Yes.
joists.
Yeah.
And then on the top of the joist, you start putting the subfloor.
Yeah, but see, I missed that part. They
Oh,
were,
okay.
and while we were doing that, there was a few women working with others doing the stuff with the stuff, insulation, and the people and the things.
I knew it, yeah. Stuff. A lot of stuff. going on around here. Yeah.
But it was
A
fun.
lot of
It was a
fun.
lot of fun.
All right. And I don't recall exactly how many, but they had built dozens and dozens of new homes.
70.
Yeah, 70-something.
6. I may be wrong.
Okay.
Matt did a little quiz with everybody before, kind of like an icebreaker, and he asked when Habitat for Humanity started in Wayne County. I think I said something super intelligent, like 1967. He was like 2000. But one of the things they did ask was how many homes have been built since that time, and that's quite remarkable.
It is remarkable, and it's an amazing organization doing a great job. And again, we cannot stress enough: this is not a giveaway program.
Right.
It is not.
That's
They have
right.
to people who buy these homes have to qualify them just like anyone else.
That's right. And the Habitat for Humanity Restore downtown
Oh, man.
has some great finds. I was just, when we were at the Paramount last week for that for the movie screening with Wayne County Public Schools, I saw some flyers for 10% off Habitat for Humanity Restore. So, there's a little plug for go by the Paramount and get you some of those coupons and head down to the Restore and do some shopping.
Yeah, I
Because
love
all
the
that
Restore.
keeps this going around.
I love the Restore. You can find almost anything in there. Anything. Okay. Speaking of murders, another interesting segue.
Yes, very good.
Coming up on May 19th, the program Notorious Wayne County Murders will be discussed. 2 well-known Wayne County residents presenting tales and trials of murders that have occurred in Wayne County. The first one on the 19th, presented by Mr. Sherwood Williford. Aha! The second on June 13th by Mr. David Wheel. Both these programs begin at 7 p.m. Again, May 19th and June 13th. Sherwood Williford and David Wheel presenting a program, Notorious Wayne County Murders. Ooh. Not just murders, notorious murders. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. Let's take a look at the trivia question to see if we have an answer for the trivia question. The question is, what winged Roman god is commonly associated with Valentine's Day? And the answer is
Cupid.
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 That's right. There used to be a song out back in the 60s, Cupid Stupid.
Oh, I know
Stupid
that song.
Cupid, that's what it is.
Cupid.
Stupid Cupid, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was, yeah. Anyway, that's another one of those songs. Again, before we break here, before we go, and we're getting the high sign here, and we don't have time for that. And we don't have time for that. Okay, we gotta go.
But
But
we'll do it again tomorrow.
we'll do it again tomorrow. Thank you. That's right, we'll do it again tomorrow. We'll be right here. Hope you're right there. Until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television.